used to drive a Cadillac.
I used to drive a Cadillac.
Now I'm Humpty with a pack.
Alright, it's time for Dallas Goldberg to give you a little wake-up call, a little reality check here. I've been watching some of the videos of the occupied events and the latest injuries from the tear gas canisters. Well, I want you to realize something. I want you to stop thinking of these occupied videos as reality. They're not. They're actors. Do you see these people here? This is basic military training. This is the tear gas training. Watch the reactions. This is just a little bit of smoke. You can barely see the smoke in there. Now watch when you get outside what some of these guys are doing. Tear gas makes your snot just pour out your face. It makes you just, your saliva just run like crazy, it makes you puke. Watch them. Look at this guy. That's what it looks like when you get tear gassed. Disoriented. Panic mode. Now these are guys with training. These are guys that have the luxury of having people that are qualified professionals alongside of them telling them how to act to make sure that they don't panic themselves into a fear and frenzy. See them? Now make a mental note of how these people are acting. Make a mental note of the snot coming out of their face. This is reality. Now, with that in mind, let's take a look at some other video. Alright, so now that I got most of you woken up a little bit, so you're starting to see the reality behind these events, here's some things to look for. Just like I said in the Australia occupied video where the person was smiling. You're not going to be smiling when you're having bullets that are rubber bullets flying past your ears and you're having tear gas canisters shot at you. Alright? Now, so spot the smiling actors because they're not trained for this, they're not ready for this, so their first reaction is to like, oh my god, this is wow, you know? So they have that initial like, this is sort of fun. So watch the woman on the yellow base, in the yellow outfit. Let's play it again for you in slow motion. Now let's watch the woman in the yellow. Here she comes on the bike. Look at her smiling. That's smiling. Alright? And for those of you that are keeping track and know who these players are, this person in the green jacket here to the right hand side, that's Brandon Lee Pittman. Here's some video of him at a Oath Keepers conference, which they were filming.
Listed as a reason, among others, for taking my kid. So that's a chilling speech right there.
Brandon's the guy right there in the back walking through. Notice his hair, notice the way he's dressed. One more time for those of you that didn't catch that, and then I'll tell you why it's important to notice him. There he is right there. Brandon was the model that was used to make the Loeffner mugshot photograph. He was also, his mother played Phyllis Schneck, the woman that was supposedly murdered at the scene by Loeffner, but of course she's not. Alright, here we got Brandon Lee Pittman again. Here we got the smiling biker, and this is her buddy that she's with. So let's take a look at them smile real quick. Watch this guy. He's got his hands in his pocket. She looks over at him. He's smiling. Brandon. Now the tear gas canister's down there, and now the guy falls over here. Blurred out right there because you could see his face. But he's right there, right? Oh, he's way up here now. So let's see that one more time. Brandon Lee Pittman. Smiling biker smiles at her buddy. Dude standing right here. Falls. Blur. Then he's way up here.
wall.
Just to remind you,
Number 8.
this is real.
7, take your mask off of your head. Open your eyes, open your eyes. Sound off.
Remember the reactions.
Sound off. I will guard everything. Sound off. No. Alright, boss. This time, place your back flat up against the wall. Back flat up against the wall. Open your eyes, open your eyes.
Now, do anybody
Face to your right.
that's in that
Face to your
crowd
right. Without running, hey,
with the protests
face to your
look
right,
like any of these
Brian.
guys?
When everyone faces to your right, we can leave. Listen to
See,
me.
here's the tough
Without
thing.
running, push it or shove it. Without
You
running,
can't
push it or shove it.
act
Walk
like
against the door. Go.
you've been tear gassed. There's no physical way to look like this. Look at him. There's no way to look like him unless you're actually tear gassed. So when you see these people running around with handkerchiefs on their face, know that that is not tear gas and this is fake. Just keep that in your mind forever. I mean, not just for this incident, but anytime you see a protest on TV, just know that if they're not acting like these guys were, it's not tear gas. So hopefully by now you've understood the fact that when they're smiling in a crowd like this, they're not under any serious situation. It's all fake. This is acting. Poor acting, but still acting. Watch, we'll pick out some more of them in the crowd. It's so obvious. And here we have Brandon Lee Pittman again to the right of your screen. That's his face right there with the beard on. He's in disguise. That's Brandon. I want you to take note of the reflections in the second floor windows. Those reflections are of field lights or portable lights for filming movies, for lighting up a set. That's not a street lamp. That's not a normal spotlight. That's not a normal light that they would have on the street, because they need it to be bright enough so they can, of course, get their shots, and normal street lights wouldn't be bright enough. You wouldn't see anything. So they brought in external lighting to film these areas, and you'll see it. You can see it in this other footage too. So it goes to show it's all a set. So what have we learned today? We learned that the tear gas canister did not hit the guy and did not injure him. We also learned that these are fake and people are laughing and smiling in the videos. And we see, again, Brandon Lee Pittman from Radiant Helix Media filming the scenes on the spot where the action's going to be, of course, because it's all script and staged. That's all you need to know. Thank you for viewing, and please remember to subscribe and rate this video. Also, please make sure to go to wellaware1.com, that's wellaware with the number 1.com, and learn more about these individuals that I spoke of, like Brandon Lee Pittman and Radiant Helix Media. If you agree with the message that we are promoting and you enjoy our videos, please consider donating to Wellaware 1, and you can see that link to do so on the front page of Wellaware 1 at the top. Thank you again.